Arkulusrex coming at you live. We've got some more Final Fantasy heading your way. Let's get into it. Final Fantasy 2. We made some really good progress last time. Made some really good progress. I was super happy with it. Let's get this timer going. Nice. And let's go. We what did we do? We did the snow cave. And now we're heading towards the castle, Kashin Castle. Which is a fair ways south of us. I'm trying to think here. We've got some money, I think, to spend. 5K. Let's get some new spells and stuff. Let's see what we've got. So we grabbed Zap. Life is a revive. Warp, if I have the list of spells here. Warp should be like warp out of the dungeon, I believe. Warp is not on the list. Why is it not? Is warp black magic? Warp or zap. Why are there two? Teleports one floor back or instantly. Okay. Well, we already have zap. So is zap and warp the same thing? That's really strange. And then we have life, anti. What does anti do? Let's look at this. Reduce enemy magic points. And life should be revive. Yeah. Yeah. So let's get a life. Let's get a life. And then do we get a warp just to see what it does? Because it's weird to me that field, it teleports you out of a dungeon. We might even have it. Let me just double check. So that's life. Let's give that to M's. Yeah, she got warp and zap. That'll do. That'll do. We don't need to spend all of our money in one place. Let's go to the weapons area. And let's see what we've got. What do we have equipped? He's just got silver. He's still dealing with that basic hand axe from level 1. See if we can get him something new. Got a battle axe. Yeah, let's get him the battle axe. And then we'll sell the one that we've got while we're here. Is there anything else we can sell? Not really. Alright. Let's go! Do 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 do. Okay. We're gonna make our way down to Cashion Castle. Yep, keep going. All the way. Off the map. Yeah. Go. No! Damn it. Alright. These guys don't drop any gold, which is so frustrating. Let's look at this map. Okay, so we want to go east a bit, and then we're going to go down. This zap thing definitely didn't work the last time I tried to use it. Let's try it this time. See, like it's looking at like a specific one, which is really strange to me if it was going to be like an attack everything spell like it was implied. Ineffective. Well, why don't you just be effective then? I'm very confused as to what that's actually supposed to do then. I've used it a couple times and both times it hasn't worked. Zap, or instantly defeats enemies. Maybe it's just like a really low hit chance. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a really low hit chance, and we just haven't gotten lucky enough to do it. We're gonna take this bad boy to Cashion Castle. To the pub. To the Winchester. Alright, so we paid for it, I think already. Yeah, I think I just double tapped that. So, third time's a charm. We're back. We have the chime. I feel like we're making a pretty good rate on this one compared to the first game. But it does help that I understand some of the systems a little easier now, so it'll probably be easier to transition through the games now. Ask it about the chime. Nope. Let's use the item chime. Nope. Okay. Oh, it's because it's the door. Dude. Beautiful sound of chime fills the air. Door opens in silence. Ooh, who do we have here? Gordon. I thought I was the only one who could get the sunblaze, but I could not go any further to get the torch. I was stuck in here. M says, you must be familiar with this castle. Gordon says, lots of mysteries in the castle. I could not know all. I may not be your guide, but let me join you. Gordon joined. Okay, I feel like let's go this way. Still just a soldier. What does Gordon do? Gordon is weak. We better look and see what he's doing. Purify. Alright, Gordon. What do you do? A spear. We're gonna go back this way, because I feel like this is the bit that we could kind of see on the edges before. It was the right choice. It was the right move. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Another purify. Holy crap! We're a bit overloaded on purifies here. Let's just switch this out. Oh, we can't do that. Nah, don't worry about it. You found a cure. Who needs cure? Let's have a look. Spell. You have cure. Means it's probably gonna be Theo. You have cure as well. Looks like we're saving that. Oh, not a soldier this time. Wow, okay. Let's see what you got, Gordon. Alright, well, Gordon, you're not completely useless, but I'm kind of hoping for more. As long as you can kill some stuff with one hit, I'll be happy. Wonder how long Gordon's gonna stick around for. It's very interesting that we've got people coming and going. Go, Gordon, go! Hell yeah. A lot of gold for that. That's nice. Nice change. Got a door there. I think we're gonna have stairs down south. Maybe we'll just peek our head in the door and see what's in there. Okay. I wonder how big this is going to be. I mean, it's a castle, so it could be pretty big. We know now that this is not the Final Fantasy, and there will be a lot of other fantasies to be fulfilled after this one. But you know, Several fantasies doesn't quite ring off the tongue. Ooh, what do we got here? Oh yeah, shadows. Gordon is blind. Okay. I love how he's got sunglasses on. Gordon's just rocking the sunnies down there. What the hell? So we booked our flight to Sydney in a couple weeks, so we're gonna be staying just one day. We're gonna go to Darling Harbour, do the Elect Fest down there, and then maybe just go out and get some good food, maybe get a couple drinks and go to bed, wake up and get breakfast, come back. That's it, just a quick little weekend getaway. Wraiths. Oh, Gordon. Gordon's almost dead. Let's pop a cure on Gordon. Hopefully. Can he do magic? Nah, he's got none. Okay. Hopefully they don't hit him. Okay. Ooh, he survived. Alright, well, Gordon's been healed, so he's good to go. He's just still down there rocking his sunnies. Let's go this way. We are going on Final Fantasy. Let's try Zap on these guys. It's probably not gonna do shit. He's still affected by dark. Maybe he needs the eye drops. Maybe that's what the eye drops are for. I thought maybe the eye drops are gonna be like a sand thing, but... Still nothing with the Zap. Alright, we'll hit Gordon with the eye drops after this. That was a very good bow shot there by Ems. Very, very good. Look at the gold that's coming in here. Hell yeah. Let's use an item. Use eye drops here on Gordon. Gordon can see again. Okay. 300 gold. I did a chest the other day that was like 10, and I was like, what is the point of that? Excuse me. I was going through and I'm trying to organize all of my recordings of all my VODs. I'm thinking about starting a VOD channel, just on YouTube, just to have like an archive of everything. Not that I'll do anything too serious with the VOD channel. It's just more or less just posting and like all the playthroughs will be there. And I was doing some of the what was I doing? Firstly, I was doing a volume normalization, because back then I didn't realize that my noise gate, not noise gate, my limiter wasn't working correctly. So hopefully cleans that up a fair bit. And then also putting them in 4K. And it's like, why do you have a 4K NES game? And it's like, I could do it 1080p, and it's really not going to look that much different. It's really not. But it's also like, if I do it in 4K now, I'll probably never need to worry about it again. I feel like 4K is going to be around for like a long time. A very long time. Ark desperately needs to heal himself. Let's do a cure on him. Oh, did that not do any damage the first time? Uh-oh. I should have paid more attention. Alright, time to rethink everything here. Let's hit him with... Oops, who did we just hit that with? Hit him with fire. Let's go... What was it? Was it... I think fog. Fire. Let's go lightning. And this guy's just gonna be a absolute worthless turd floating in the bowl doing nothing. Okay, 9 damage for lightning's terrible. Fire does 15. Alright, I think we're ice on this. I think the last turtle, now that I remember, might have been ice as well. Fucking Gordon. I knew you were too weak. We'll do a ruse on him. Good thing we got that life spell. There we go, 70 damage. Big hit. Alright, so... let's hit him with ice again. Go with a cure. What can you do? You can do ice again. Hopefully you survive. 64 damage. 50 damage. He's gotta be pretty close to dead by now. Oh, Theo's dead. We want to hit him with more ice here. And what we're gonna do... heal up him to get him topped up. Because if he takes a big hit, he might just go... Alright, he's full health. Okay, missed us. Let's do ruse on her. Still alive. Shoot. Oof. Hopefully this one takes it out. We're getting close. I think we're getting very close. Get a little bit closer. There we go. So that was a pretty tough fight. I don't know how much more is in here, but we had a couple of deaths there, so that's really bad. And we're gonna have to throw a heal. A life, sorry. Gonna revive these fools. Okay, she's not doing too bad. That didn't take too much. Only took one magic point. Okay, I wonder how that works. Is it every time you use it, it costs more? Or is that just how many times you've used it? There's no way I've used fire 91 times. No way. Or is that the damage? That must be the damage it does. Okay, so Theo's got quite a bit of healing capabilities. Doo-doo. It's pretty close. We'll just do one more on Gordon here and we'll be sweet. Oh, actually, Ark needs it too. We'll just throw some on Ark. Do one more. There we go. Alright, let's move on. Oh, we got 5 of them. Why did I almost say 3? Holy crap. Where's my head at? Oh, great. He's blind. That is one thing that kind of sucks about games like this, is you don't know what you're gonna need ahead of time, and it's hard to plan for it. So you do a lot of backtracking and just like BS like that. Holy crap. Yay, we killed one. Holy shit. Yeah, we're gonna head to Sydney. We're gonna hit up Collect Fest. Mainly still GameCube games and PlayStation 1 games. That's the sort of main concern. I mean, if we can find some rarer PlayStation 2 games, great. I don't really have a lot of high hopes for it. I feel like rarer PlayStation 2 games are going to be ludicrously expensive. And I am willing to pay for some of those more expensive titles. But yeah, we'll just see. I'm really hoping for some good PlayStation 1 and GameCube games. That's what I'm hoping for. Making a dent in the GameCube list for some reason has been like super rewarding. I saw one of Metal Jesus' videos the other day, and it just was like one that rolled over because I was watching a previous one that he had done, and he was talking about how like a PlayStation 2 buying guide or something like that, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. So I was watching it, and he was recommending some games, and one of the ones he recommended was Splashdown, and I completely forgot that series even existed. I think there was 2 games that came out on the PlayStation 2, and it's sort of like in the vein of like Wave Race 64 and like Wave Race Blue Storm on the GameCube. So that was Sony's sort of answer to that, and I was like, man, I should get that. I haven't thought about that in years. I think I briefly played one of them. I don't know which one, couldn't tell you, but I was like, they're not too expensive. They're like $30 for one, so I was like thinking real strong about getting one of those. It'd be cool to see one of those in the wild. Yeah, Splashdown. That's wild. We got another one of these. Oh, we didn't heal. Oh. Okay. Can he heal himself? And what we'll do is we'll double down on this first bit and heal him right up. Do an ice on you. And you're just a worthless turd, to be completely honest. Oh, he can get him. He can heal himself. Okay. This wasn't a very good heal, but it was definitely a heal. Well, he's dead. I don't know if we're gonna get through this now. Let's do ruse. Magic. This is gonna be a bad fight for us. If he keeps hitting, it's gonna be a very bad fight for us. We might have to warp out of here and then come back. It sucks. It really sucks. The only good thing is just south of us is the Chocobo. I think I'm pronouncing that right. You worthless, Gordon. We're about to lose because of you, Gordon. Oh. This is our first bad spot we've been in. Let's just try and run. Shoot. Well, that's 3 times where it's not let me run. Oh, shit. This is a pretty big reset. This is 30 minutes. That's so disappointing. Damn it. I don't know what to do with Gordon. He's just a worthless turd. Unfortunately. Really disappointing too, because everybody else that's been joining the party has been great. Just Gordoning us. I guess we're gonna need some eye drops. Yeah, give us another eye drop. Yeah, give us another eye drop. That's 5 eye drops. Revive, ether, tent, and elixir. I mean, we got the ability here to use a better... battle axe. Let's not do that yet. Let's see if the next town down's got something better. Oh, Don't. Oh, God. Right away. Straight into it. Trying to think here if there's a good way to handle this. Having a haste buff would be great. Haven't come across one yet. Well, that was the first frustrating part of the game where I was like, damn it. Sprinter. I don't know what to do about Gordon. It's an absolute wet noodle when you get him. One game I'd love to get is the Manhunt 1 and 2. I'd love to get those on Xbox. I've never seen them though. I've only ever seen them on PlayStation 2. And to be honest, the condition of them hasn't been great. So I've always just been like, nah, pass on it. Not that it has to be perfect, but I don't want scratched up discs and stuff when I'm paying over $100 for a game. That's ludicrous. Like, polish that shit up. Do-do-do. Trying to think of what my other options are going to be for weapons, and I'd have to go all the way back. Because the silver... Oh, this guy might do it. Yeah, silver axe. I mean, we can get a stronger weapon for Gordon. I'm not really worried about his attack, though. It's just a wuss. Maybe we get rid of some of these pures. We've got so many. Yeah. So we got 1, 2, 3 left. That's fine. We'll look at the defensive stuff. Where is it? Up. There we go. No, that's... Well, what spells are here? Cure, Ruse, Fog, and Shell. Shield, or whatever it is. Where was the defensive stuff? Is it down here? No. There he is. Wooden, copper, wooden. Really? We're just gonna have to deal with Gordon's weak ass. We need a flight to Cashian. Get out of the way. We're gonna save it here. We don't have to redo that at least. Do. I feel like if we do the first turtle and then we were to warp out, it would be all for naught. I really do. I feel like that's kind of just a waste. It's just like you've grinded up some levels on the way back in and that's it. Do. Do. Chime that shit. Let's go. Alright, Gordon. Gordon joined. What about Sunblaze? He knows nothing of the Sunblaze. Gordon seems like a bit of a... Well... Gordon... Now that he's in the party, I want to try something. Can we give him the ring? Can we equip the ring on Gordon? That would be a really cool, like... what do you call it? Easter egg. Nah. He's got a couple of cures on him, which is interesting. I don't have that on anybody else. Oops. Chuck a cure on everybody. Learn the frickin' menu. Alright. There's a chest down here. Do. I was kind of hoping if you give Gordon that ring, he'd get, like, stronger. Just, like, feel the confidence of his brother Scott. I don't know. Wishful thinking, Gordon, you loser. Such a loser, Gordon. Weird that we've been fighting goblins for so long. Like, nearly 12 hours of goblins. Got a longbow. Good shit. Cure. I mean, we could just give that to Gordon. Maybe we will just give it to Gordon. We could put Gordon at the back. But then he can't do physical attacks. What to do, what to do, what to do. Gordon, you're so worthless. Everybody's playing Battlefield 6, holy crap. Purify. There you go, Gordon. You're slightly less worthless now. We could give you the longbow, and then we could just put you at the back. I think that's what we're gonna do. You're so... I don't like you, Gordon. How about you just do as I say? Alright, Gordon. Oh, let's just switch you up here. There you go. I want you to break a nail. Another cure. Okay, that was a dead end. Alright, Gordon, let's see what you can do with that bow. Oh my god, Gordon hit something right away. Come on, hurry up. Oh, here we go. We might be onto something here with Gordon. Another eye drop. I don't remember which way to go. Dead end. I think up and to the right is a dead end. Oh, what do we got here? Wizard ogres and ogres. Well, these guys are doing a bit of damage. Let's hit Cure here. And let's see how he goes with another Cure. Oh, that's not good. It's really not good. Uh-oh. Come on, Gordon. Get some healing going. Oh, that was the wrong person. Heal yourself. Then, Gordon, you better heal yourself as well. Oh, one down, one down. Come on. Oh my gosh. Talk about threading the needle here. Come on, big heal. Yes, big heal. Not bad, not bad. Let's take this guy on. Everything we got. Come on. There we go. There we go. Alright, we're gonna have to leave, unfortunately. We're gonna have to sort of get a reset here. Buy some more cures, potentially. We don't want to get too much further into this and find out that we're just not gonna be able to do it. Sleep. So, we should have a spell. Warp. Takes too much HP if not skilled. Oh, she nearly died. Yeah, okay. Let's pop a cure on her. Actually, we should just use spells. Alright, let's... Should be... Chocobo just south of us somewhere. We'll sell some stuff. We'll maybe look at some better armor for Gordon. Yeah. I really wish once you'd done this, you didn't have to do it again. What do you know about the chime? Nothing? What do you know about the sunblaze? What about the sound of the chime? Nothing. Where are we going? Pretty much straight northish. Let's hit the inn first. Let's heal up. $54 gold. Let's see what armor we got. Sell some stuff. Sell one of these eye drops. Sell this buckler. How much? Oh, no, we'll keep the sleep. Can I sell you the ring? No. Let's buy wooden gloves. Yeah. Oops. Let's see if we can give those to Gordon. He's already got some. He needs a headpiece. Okay. Wooden headpiece. Let's get one of those. Give that to Gordon. What do you have? You don't have a headpiece either. And you need headpiece as well. So I can buy 2 more headpieces. That should be a pretty half-decent upgrade. It might make a difference. And then, what does Ems have? She needs gloves. I mean, we're here. We might as well just get everybody, everything in every spot. Get her some wooden gloves. Ah, we're good. Last thing though, we need some leftover money. We need to get some cures. I feel like that's going to be really important coming up. Okay. There we go, up here. Let's get a few of these. 4? That do? Have a look at our items. Yeah, that'll do. Alright. And then we'll head back to Castle Cashian. take this time to save the game. Yes. Alright, cool. We're gonna take a quick break as well. And we'll be back very shortly with more Final Fantasy II. Alright, we back. Hit the 12-hour mark. Cashian Castle. Making a second run towards it right now. Right now. I'm actually just gonna run. I'm so sick of these little guys, and they're just not benefiting us at all, really. Like 1 damage. Who cares? Who cares about 1 damage? How did we not get that runaway? Like, how, in what world? Explain it to me. I guess we'll just kill them all. Apparently they're just so adverse to us running away. Do 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 do. Do do. I like the games where when you would do the run, it was just a single press and the whole party would just go, and it would just either work or it wouldn't. You don't have to cycle through each individual player. At least that's what I was used to the first like 2 or 3 turn-based games I had played. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Are we going the right way? Let's make sure we're going the right way. We are. When you become so over-leveled for an area, it should just make it super rare that you even get attacked. Do 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 do. Do do do. I mean, this is a little bit better than goblins and snake things. I wish I had some reference materials for like a Final Fantasy game back in the day, just to look through and just something to flick through, really. I've got nothing. I know that like there's the internet there, but that's not what I want. I want like a real physical thing, like a Nintendo Power or like something. Like I have a couple of history of certain consoles, and that's really cool. I love to look at those. And then we've got the art of the box back there, which is really awesome as well. I love to have those sorts of things. Do 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 do. Let's go. Whoa! Whoa! Cures. So many cures. That's so wild. I've seen 2 things before, but I didn't even imagine 4 things could potentially drop at once. Let's take them all. Okay. Coming, Cashion. To the castle. We don't have a fade spell yet, which is really interesting because it was so important in the first game. Oh, what I was saying a while ago is I was going through and I'm trying to like set up all the VODs so that I can post them on YouTube. Like let's say for example a VOD is 5 gigabytes. By the time I process it through DaVinci Resolve and like put it into 4K, because why not? It's like 16 gigabytes. It's insanely big. So I did buy the other day a, hold on, 5 terabyte hard drive to start putting some stuff on, and I also have a 4 terabyte, so I've got 9 terabytes worth of stuff I can start using very soon. We already went that way. That was the chest. So I'm going to create a second YouTube channel, and it's going to be exclusively VODs, because apparently I don't get sick of streaming. I just thoroughly enjoy it. I could see a world where like I stream 5 or 6 days a week. Probably 5 is pretty reasonable. I do get tired every once in a while and I just want to have like a brain shutdown day. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. So we're gonna start a VOD channel and everything's gonna go there except for the very first game, Super Mario Brothers. I only have 1 VOD from that, and it's the one where I completed the game. I do have the other ones, but there's no sound. So I don't see the point, obviously, in posting if they don't have sound. But yeah, just going through right now, just getting them all organized, lined up, you know, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, all that sort of stuff. And I've got some VODs that need to be split because I played 2 different games. So doing that as well is pretty time consuming. To split one takes about, depending on the size of it, it's around an hour, 15 minutes to render it. Alright, so we can take one out straight up. Let's take this top dude out. I think he's the stronger one. But yeah, I think the VOD channel, I'm gonna aim to start that by around the end of the month. I want to get like enough VODs built up that I can have a good backlog ready to go, and I don't have to worry about doing it day in and day out. And then still working on something else as well for the main channel. It's taken me a little while. It's hard for me to get inspired when I'm still learning a lot of the software, a lot of the program. But I'll get there. I'll get there. Once I get better at it, I'm sure with more confidence I'll just start not punching them out hard, but I should hopefully be able to do a video every 2 weeks. That's sort of the goal. Blind. Well, we're gonna get rid of one of these cures. Blind. Let's equip. Well, let's go items. Blind. Okay, that's M's. She is gonna be our main caster, but we don't want to overload her either. So we'll maybe give this sleep to Ark. because we want to make sure she can get some end level stuff. This weekend, I might get some time to myself, and I might start to put together a little bit more for one of the YouTube channels. See how I go. I was thinking about streaming with my extra time, but I need to spend some time on the videos as well. Oh, Ems has got a little bit of a defensive boost there. That's really good. And Theo's looking like he needs a heal. We might do a heal for Ems and Theo. We'll use these cures up. We've got a lot of them all of a sudden. So let's do this on Ems. Now she's maxed out. This on Theo. He should be... Yeah, he's in really good shape now. So we'll leave that at that. We've got a couple of spaces now free. We got another chest here. Nice. We'll keep going on here. We'll have this turtle fight again. Okay, we'll make sure we're well equipped for it, because these guys potentially could do a bit of damage to us. Yeah, we want to go in full health. Hey! Hello, John! Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I was really happy I caught a bit of your stream yesterday. It was good. I enjoyed that. It's a good stream, good chat. Hope you're doing well. We're trying to make our way through Kashion Castle, but we got wiped out once, so had to do a hard reset. This Gordon guy sucks. So we've had to retool all of his gear and stuff to make him a little bit less of a wimp. I think that's sort of the story, though. The one I have is making... Oh, you know, I'm not a huge mouse guy. I don't have like a gaming mouse or anything super cool, but I will say this. These Logitech, I think it's a it's a G305. I don't think I'll ever use anything again. I've had this for 2 years and I've replaced the battery in it once. It's amazing. So far surviving. So far, it's this turtle coming up. And then we had a fight after the turtle. What was it? Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. We had a fight after we got wiped. It just gotta click once and not twice. 100%, man. It's not too expensive in Australia. I think they're like $100, but if you get it on special, I think I paid 70 for it. Completely wireless. I have zero complaints. I have a work mouse, and I obviously would use that consistently a lot more, but I haven't even been at my job 9 months, and I've replaced the battery probably 7 or 8 times. Yep, 3 party members plus a guest. They make you think that you're gonna have a full party right in the beginning, but then they take one of them away. I was a little bit bummed about that. We'll get some cures on Theo. That's pretty good. And then we're gonna put this helmet on somebody right away. I feel like... What's Ark got? He's got a wooden one. I feel like Gordon's pretty prime for it. He's just so weak. There we go. Yeah, no, I chew through batteries a lot. Oh, okay, this is a different fight. We got a turtle in this fight. The last time when I wiped, or nearly wiped, it's like a predetermined fight. Hopefully we can two-shot that guy. See how we go. So Gordon comes with a staff, but I've effed that off and I've given him a bow and I've put his placement at the back so hopefully he doesn't get hit as much. And so far it's a little bit better. You better stay alive, Gordon. Alright, let's use some ice on Mr. Turtle. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I feel like this one's going through a lot smoother than Final Fantasy 1, but pretty sure you were there. When I started Final Fantasy 1, I didn't even realize that the castle and the town were two different things. So I left the castle and proceeded to go and die repeatedly in the open field. We know the difference now. Holy crap. Alright. Get some healing on here. Yeah, you will notice as well, I have taken the no back seating out because I don't know if I care that much if people tell me a little bit about a game. What I don't want is like straight up spoilers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy if people are like, oh yeah, this thing works really well, but don't tell me what happens in the game. Because I realize that some people, no matter what, they come into the stream and they just tell you anyways. It's really hard to police it. So I was like, I'm just gonna remove the no back seating. And I'm not gonna lie, there was one game where if someone didn't tell me something, I was gonna be in a world of hurt. Hallucinate. When I was playing Double Dragon, I had one guy tell me like that movement was super important. And I was like, oh my god, it is. You gotta constantly move in that game. Alright, we'll get M's healed back up. And Ark. Oh my gosh, almost everybody needs heals. Yeah. That is exactly sort of my thought process. I think once I sort of get to PS1, I'll put it hard in, again, no spoilers, no backseating, because that is when I feel like it makes a really big difference. But at the moment, I'm sort of treating this like, if I were to pick up a Nintendo Power back in the day, this is gonna have hints and tips for certain games that I'm playing. And that doesn't bother me. Like, don't tell me exactly what to do, but if you say, oh, you know, make sure you look in this location, there might be a little hidden gem, that's cool. I'm cool with that. We'll save our cures and we'll start using some spells. Oops. Yeah, because the whole Nintendo Power thing kind of rings with me, because I remember as a kid loving reading those things, and I wouldn't call that spoiling. I'm realizing that that turtle I fought was not a predetermined fight. I suppose I better hit Gordon as well, because he's so susceptible to being one-shot. Kind of a necessary evil rather than miss one key item or something that you're probably never going back for. Yeah, and to be honest, I didn't think of it before I streamed, but I already watch a lot of video game related things. And I've already, like, seen things about games that I'm gonna be playing. Don't want to not watch things. Like, every once in a while I'll watch a GDQ and I'll see how somebody speedruns a game that's gonna be played for myself in the future, and I'm just like, well, that's... I don't feel like that's cheating. I'm just, like, experiencing the world, you know? We're gonna go down this way. Okay, that's a dead end. That's good to know. Doo-doo. And I bought this really cool... I can't remember if I ever showed you. I bought this really cool, Nintendo Playing with Power NES Classics, and it's got, like, some really awesome stuff in there. Just as an example, it's very Nintendo focused, so it's, like, not a lot of third-party stuff in here. But if you go to the back of the book, I'll just bring it up so that's easy to read. This has all the Super Mario Bros. 3 levels, and there's little, like, blurbs about everything in here. And it's got every enemy in Super Mario Bros. 3, and it's got, like, if I go to the front, it's got Donkey Kong, it's got Super Mario 1, it's got Super Mario Bros. 2, it's got... I don't even know what that is. This thing is absolutely amazing. And I was like, I'm not gonna not let myself have that. So I grabbed this. This was amazing. It doesn't have Final Fantasy in there, unfortunately. I checked. But yeah, I was stoked I got that. Ugh. I'm a sucker for flipping through a book. Oh, this could be a hard fight. Hard with all the games, like gaming story moments, pretty iconic. Hard to stay spoiler free. Final Fantasy VII, yeah. I know so little about Final Fantasy VII, and I'm trying really hard to keep it that way. So I feel like that's the one that's gonna be really important, really iconic. Another book I have that you might think is pretty cool too. I'll show you in a second. My girlfriend got it for me for my birthday. This one's called The Art of the Box. And it's a big-ass art book. So, for example, I'll just flip to a page. And it's got art from video games and, like, covers and, like, magazine stuff. And then it's got the blurbs about them. It's got who the artists were. So these are all from, like, video games. You can see that's clearly Arnold Schwarzenegger, RoboCop, Sylvester Stallone. You've got Bruce Willis. Like, that's such an amazing piece of art. Yeah. There's all sorts of stuff. It's basically, I don't know, 20 to 30 artists, and they have constantly been working through art for video games. And it's a lot of their work and a lot of, like, the information behind it. And there's a lot of times where they create the art and they have no idea what the game even is. So I think it's pretty interesting to see that, like, they have no idea what the game's gonna be, and they're expected to create an artwork for it. Yeah, I love it. It's fantastic. Ooh, we got were rats. This is new. And I don't think you're a huge I don't think you're a huge Nintendo 64 guy, but I think you like video games regardless. I've gotten the N64 encyclopedia, and this is every single game that's been released, including all the Japanese titles. For example, like you've got Quest 64, Quake, you got Glover, that's GoldenEye, and it's every game. There you go. You must be a Nintendo 64 guy. That was probably my childhood console that was really near and dear, was that one. So I had to get that book. Absolutely love it. They do the Poison Pikachu Special Edition. Yeah, man. Ocarina of Time and Pokemon Stadium. So good. Honestly, one of the coolest things about Pokemon Stadium was the Game Boy adapter. That was amazing. You could literally just, you probably remember, you just plug it in and you can play all of your Game Boy games on a big ass screen. Absolutely fantastic. We'll hold off on healing for now. Oh, it's a dead end. You could speed up. Oh, you could speed it up. I don't remember that. That's cool. I'm honestly considering getting another one. I wish I would have had a little bit more time in Japan where I wasn't, like, critically sick. I would have loved to explore more of that. I ended up getting some really cool stuff there. We want ice. Let me think. We might try a blind and see if that affects it. This guy's pretty worthless. Yeah, well, the plan is to go again in a couple years. If you ask my girlfriend, she would like to go somewhere every 3 or 4 months. But I don't make as much money as her, so we have to be realistic about it. We are going to Sydney in a couple weeks, though, and we're going to go to Collect Fest down there. That is way too close to dead. So I'll get one more shot this year at just like finding some games in the wild. See how I go. Actually, you might know. I can't remember if I showed you. Yeah, Travel's insane. It's really good, but it's insane. I can't remember if I showed you this. You might know this series. Clock Tower for the PlayStation 2. I believe the series started on PlayStation 1, but it was under a different name. That was one of the gems I got last time when we, that was in Brisbane here, Collect Fest. Yeah, that's really cool. The Resident Evil people made that one as well. Oh, what did I do? I need magic. Yeah, he did. That's a good hit. Yeah. Oh, man, there's another one. I was watching Metal Jesus the other day. And I don't know if you remember, but they came out with a game called Splashdown on PlayStation 2. And it was like a competitor to Wave Race. I need to pick that up again and give that a shot. What should we do here? Let's do a ruse on him. Yeah. Yeah, apparently it's really good. I remember playing it briefly back in the day, but I don't remember playing it much. I don't know why. And I could be thinking of like a demo or something like that, so I only maybe played a little bit of it. Yeah, yep. No, that's fair. You much of a racing game guy? I don't know if I've seen you play anything like that before. Do we try it? Let's try it. Oh wow, Gordon's magic has gone up significantly since he started. Uh-oh, come on. Get the heels in, get the heels in. Love the old school Need for Speed games. Yep, they were so good, man. That was peak racing. The music as well, they licensed like the best music of, I mean, arguably when hip hop was at its peak. I feel like I might need to sneak another cure in here. I love a racing game every now and again. Alright, let's get some healing going. Sure, I might do a couple of heals on Gordon as well. With Gordon, sorry. Just to save some of her magic points. That'll do. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the, now that I've played 2 Final Fantasy games, well, I will have played, on the NES, I'm really curious to see how Dragon Warrior handles the RPG style. Because I think I have three of them on my list. You love a kart racer, Chocobo Racing on the PS1. Spent a lot of time with as a kid. Man, I have never heard of Chocobo Racing. Is that literally what I think it is? Is it like a Final Fantasy spin-off bird racing game? Are they birds? They look like birds, like ostriches or something. Lots of were-rats at the moment. Large birds, but you can unlock a bunch of characters. I think the final Bahamut. Where do I know that name? Was he from the first game? That sounds very familiar. He was in he's a dragon. Yeah, he's a dragon. He was in one of the northern, I don't know if you call it a pit or whatever it was in the ground up there. Oh, okay. Yep, gotcha. He's in all of them. Cool. He's a summon in most Final Fantasy games that have summons. Yeah, okay. I'm really curious, because from this one, I'll be going to the... Well, the next Final Fantasy game will be the Pixel Remaster, Final Fantasy 3. And I think I'm gonna grab it for the Switch. I'll be really interested to see how far that takes it. I imagine it's gonna have so many quality of life features. The inventory menu took a big step back in this game, unfortunately. Like, this is disgusting. This is just terrible. Let's do some healing again with Gordo. Final Fantasy 3 is incredible. Introduces the job system, which is your favorite RPG system. That's awesome. And I'm sure the Pixel Remaster is going to be really well done as well. Oh, which way do we go? Oh, I don't know. This looks like it might have been the right way. We're gonna get on the ice here really quickly with the people who have ice. Yeah, no, that's fair. I actually only just realized that they came out on every console. I thought it was the PlayStation and Nintendo exclusive, but it came out on Xbox as well. See, that turtle died real quick. I have been loving the Switch 2, even though there's not a lot of exclusives for it, so if you're gonna ask me, I don't think it's worth buying right now. But I have been playing a lot of Mario Kart World. And I went back and bought a whole bunch of Switch games that deserve attention on the Switch. Because I think that, for me, because I've got pretty big hands, the Switch 2 is so much more comfortable to use than the Switch was. Hey, silver shield. Silver helmet. What does Theo have on? He's already got a silver shield. Someone's got a gold shield as well? Or there's a gold shield in my inventory? When the hell did I get that? Is that even better? Assuming it is. Alright, nobody else rocks shields at the moment. Alright, we'll go this way. Oh, this looks like the way. Nope. Good. Alright, we're going. I'm so confused where to go. Surely it's better than a buckler, yeah. Would have bought one if I could afford it. It looks pretty good. I'd play Bravely Default Remastered. Yeah, that looks really good. And then, for the Switch 1, Astral Chain looks really cool. I mean, honestly, there's more games on the Switch 1 than I ever gave it credit for. And I think it was just because I didn't really get hooked with the Switch 1. Why did I just do that? But I do feel like because my partner and I do travel a fair bit, it makes a hell of a lot more sense in my life right now. You played it? Yeah, cool. That's awesome. They had a lot of exclusive physical editions as well on the Switch one, which is kind of appealing. There's one called Dredge that looks really cool. Let's get a heal on him. And Japan had... like, if there was 2 full aisles of PlayStation 4 and 5 games, there was probably no joke. In most Japanese big modern game stores, there was like 6 to 8 Switch ones. It is by far and away the most popular console over there. I was overwhelmed there because I was like, I don't even know where to start. Oh, you've played Dredge as well. Bravely Default's second were incredible games. Bravely Default 2 was just okay. Okay. I think that's a pack now on the Switch too. I think you can get... it's either 2 or 3. I can't remember how many there were, but like, there's at least 2 on there, I think. Xenoblade Chronicles. Alright, hold on. You're gonna strongly recommend it? I'm gonna write it down. And just throw some magic out quick. That's not what I wanted to do. How the hell do you... oh, yeah, Xenoblade. I'll write down Bravely Default as well. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate the follow. Welcome in. I'm just writing down some games here that John has recommended. I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting older, maybe because I'm more open to new games. I'm definitely getting more into, like, RPGs, Japanese RPGs and things like that. We are, like, desperately running low on magic here. Start with that, see how we go. Man, recommend a way. Obviously, I can't play everything all at once, but I'll write stuff down and I'll obviously put it on a list. I've got a list that's not even the 1,000 games. I've got a list that's like 150 games that I will be playing outside of that. And it can go on the wall. I love this thing. This is my favorite thing I've done in the whole room. Do, 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 do. Should we heal? Yeah. Nah, we'll leave it. Okay, we got stairs here. very small room. Bravely Default is great if you enjoy Final Fantasy 3 and 5. It has the job system, but better. Xenoblade, huge open-world RPGs with amazing story and combats. The poster looks great. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Octopath Traveler is also pretty fun, but you don't love it as much. Yeah, that's a trick. And it took me 3 hours to set that up properly. But I can put anything on the wall now, and I use a 3D transform to make it look like it's a real poster. Because if I switch to... There's Shrek. And the hardest part of this was making sure that the Ninja Turtles didn't get fucked. Because when I first tried it, everything behind me, almost all of it, went fucked. I might have one more. Yeah, there's my Oblivion, because I'm going through Oblivion Remastered at the moment as well. But yeah, those are the only ones I have set up currently. But yeah, now you can see why it's my favorite thing I've done in the whole room. Oh, too much ice. This guy sucks. Saint, I'm guessing you're a Final Fantasy fan as well. Have you played many? This is my second one. Played the first one a couple of months back. And then we rolled the lucky number and got number 2 about a week ago. So we're just getting into it. Let's get rid of this wizard guy straight up. Pop a cure on him. He's so, like, one-shottable right there. Let's fight. Let's just take this guy out. Well, that's good. That's good. You've played a handful of them. 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 13, 2, 15, and 16. Wow. Yeah. You have played a lot of them. I think I have some of those. I definitely have 7, 8. I have 13. I have 10, 11, and 12. But yeah, I haven't played them yet. But we're gonna, one day we're gonna roll the lucky number and they're gonna come out. Check out the sunglasses they put on them when it's dark. I love it. It's so good. Obviously, I can't do anything about it now. We can use cures, if I remember correctly, so I'll just cure myself. Okay, they're the same. That's pretty cool. I feel like playing these is gonna be like one of the core video game lores unlocked playing through all these games. John, this is looking bad. It's looking real bad. One damage. I don't think there's a spell for this that you can... I'm gonna see if he'll cast that. I've got warp, but it's never worked before. Let me think. Do we just try a run? did... Oh, that was the ice. Haven't played 12 yourself, but seen a lot about it, and well, I don't know, I have my opinions about it. Yeah, fair enough. Playing through 15 again. Ineffective. We're just gonna try a straight up run because I don't know if we're gonna get out of this. Oh my god, it worked. Holy crap. Holy crap. I did not think that would work. Put some drops in the eyes. Gordon's got some healing potential going still, so we'll get him to heal up. That was a rough fight. Not a 12 enjoyer, but there's some crossover. Water on the 13 trilogy. There's a trilogy? Hoping they release a collection at some point. They're a nightmare to run on PC. I did not know there was a trilogy for 13. I think I grabbed... I have 13-2 on PlayStation, and I have 13 on Xbox 360. That was a shit room to go into. Alright, wizard first. Never played the OG versions of the games, half played through QOL updates like on Game Boy and PS1. Haven't played 13 Lightning Returns yet, but really love 13 too. Oh wow. Yes, okay. Let me write that down as well. Alright. Now that they've had a chunk of damage taken out of us, actually, let's just straight up attack this bastard. Lightning Returns is kind of controversial, but he enjoyed it quite a lot. Look, man, there's some controversial games that I think are quite good, too. Super Mario Bros. 2. I just played that not long ago. I think that's a great game. I really do. I think the platforming in it is phenomenal. I think it progresses everything in the right direction. Yeah, Super Mario Bros. 3, I've decided is going to be the last game on the NES list. What is this shit? Since when? I officially can't. If I can even run, I can only use 2 eye drops. I'm out. Oh my god, he's dead. I can't believe they actually hit him. I still feel like I gotta run here. It's alright, we got away. I don't know if I should try and get out of here and reset, If I lose this, I'm losing like an hour of hour and a half of progress. Let's just warp out of here. Oops. I'd rather not lose this progress. Yeah, she can die. That's fine. She didn't die. We better heal her up a little bit. This is the first dungeon where it's been pretty lengthy. And I remember in the first one getting absolutely screwed over several times. Yeah, I know. That is the one downside. Oh, everybody's still dark. Oh, using my big brain there. Far out. The rhythm games are so good. The old Final Fantasy games played the rhythm games. Lots of these songs have burned. I have never heard of that. Alright, we got out. Get over here. Action game of Final Fantasy music and all the games. There's DLC for other Square games. Yeah, okay. I'm very new to the Final Fantasy world, so I wouldn't I would have never knew it existed. I think there's 2 on the 3DS and 1 on the Switch. The Switch one, of course, is the best and it has the most songs. You can unlock characters from the games and form little parties of 4 across the series. That sounds real. Let me learn. I'm gonna write this down too. I got stuff to look up. Is it like theater rhythm? Is that what the... Alright, I will check into that, just out of curiosity's sake. I've never heard of anything like it. I am gonna take a quick break, guys. I will be back in a few minutes, and we will continue on. Looks like we're gonna end up grinding a bit here. Gonna have to level up a bit and get stronger to get through that dungeon. But we'll be back, and we'll keep going. Alright, we're back. As far as items, we definitely need, we'll get rid of these wooden pieces of crap, and then we'll get some stock up on eye drops. Here, oh no, that's spells. Where the hell is it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, we can get rid of these bucklers as well. That ice thing. I was gonna hold on to it. We'll just sell it. It's not that expensive if I do decide I want to buy it again. I mean, is 6 gonna be enough? Well, we got 7. Let's just make it an even 8 so we can do the full party 2 times over. Just in case we get absolutely screwed over. Yeah, I try to take a quick break, but sometimes, you know, I got a girlfriend. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Well, how much money did we have? 47.86. I think we're pretty good with weapons. Pearl chestplate. I mean, I don't think that's that good. Man, you got no idea. You got no idea. If I can get back here in 4 to 5 minutes, it's record-breaking time. I did. Yeah, I did rest. Okay. What do you mean you're all dark still? You went to the inn. I try and tell her. Alright, that means I'm gonna go back really quick and I'm gonna buy 4 more. She's actually out there. She's smashing through Assassin's Creed Shadows at the moment. I haven't actually seen her enjoy a game solo. Oh man. Ooh, this is probably the biggest one since we've ever met. Like, she loves co-op games. But usually when there's solo stuff, she usually just plays it for a little bit and then falls off of it. So I'm glad she's enjoying it. It is certainly a game. It looks amazing, I'm not gonna lie. It's a great looking game. I don't want to waste any magic on you fools. This one little bee is getting it absolutely smashed. And we're gonna miss the rest of this. I played one of the Assassin's Creed games. I played the first one. I quite enjoyed that. But I've never played any of the other ones. Oh, for more than like an hour. I played one of the ones for like an hour. What was it? The one in Egypt. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe Origins? Very cool. but I just wasn't ready to put the time into it. Origins, yep, that sounds right. The Ubisoft game I actually really got into recently was the Avatar one. That was surprisingly really solid. And a very fun co-op game. What's that for? Yeah. You enjoyed what you played of Valhalla. I played the first, which took about 10 hours, then quit because I was overwhelmed. I've heard, because my partner's played almost all of them. She thought Valhalla was like one of the worst ones, but she said it's because they took a lot of systems away. But I was like, if I don't know the systems exist, that's the one I would want to play the most, is Valhalla. Because to me, that sort of like era and theme of game looks so freaking good. If you can get the Avatar one on sale, it's good. If you can play it with somebody, it's really good. It is very Ubisoft though, so get ready for that sort of style of game, that sort of theme, not theme, but like, what's the word? The formula, that Ubisoft formula. Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Especially like, my grandma's Norwegian, and my grandpa was German. So a little bit. I don't know how much longer I can do the hair though. I don't know. I'll try one more summer up here, and then that might be it. I might have to cut it all off. Because I went like 3 or 4 years with short hair. And then my partner was like, long hair one more time. And I was like, alright. It is a lot easier to deal with than short hair, believe it or not. Unless it's like really, really short hair. Because I got really sick of styling it. Yeah, there's this bit where your hair gets long enough where it kind of fucks around with your eyes. That's the worst part. Once you get past that, it's not too bad. And I was, a few months back, probably like 4 months back, I was swimming almost 3 or 4 days a week. And I was like, ah, shit, my hair. I'm losing my hair. Because I was literally losing my hair. And then when the weather started to cool down, I stopped swimming. And then I noticed that my hair grew back. So I was like, fuck, it's the pool. Chlorine in the pool or whatever the chemical is was killing it. Absolutely murdering it. Yeah, I never thought of it either. And, I went to the hairdresser, or hair cutting place, or whatever the fuck you call it. One of the cheap ones around here, because I was like, with long hair, I don't really care that much what it looks like. And I was like, can you just cut all the dead stuff off? And she's like, you got a lot of dead hair. And then she was like, do you swim? And I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's what's changed. Because I'd never really had issues with my hairline until I started swimming. And then I realized right there was getting really thin. And like my dad's not balding or anything like that, and my mom's side of the family, they've all got hair still, so I was kind of like getting really fucking like upset. I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to like get my hair done. Yeah, it's probably because like I'm at that age where the hair is getting weak. You know what I mean? It's like more susceptible to like damage and falling out. So if I don't like be careful with it, it will. Like I don't take a towel and scrub my head. I usually just kind of like scrunch it dry a bit and then just let it air dry because I don't want to like pull out a bunch of fucking hair follicles. Gotta think about these things, John. I'm trying to save as much of this magic as I can, to be honest. Yeah, getting old. Getting old. I have to think about how I sit down now. I like to sit with my legs crossed a lot, and now it's just like it's painful. I hate it. Look at us talking about getting old and playing Final Fantasy. Getting trapped nerves. I've heard of that. What does that feel like? That sounds horrible. Trapped nerves. Not gonna lie, that sounds absolutely dreadful. Oh, we missed one of these wooden things. Whatever. Basically, you can move your limbs a certain amount, but then you just can't. Is it pain, or is it just like a mobility issue, and it's just like almost... like physically you're incapable? I have a lot of pain when I go like above 90 degrees. Yeah, okay, maybe that's what's wrong with my shoulder. I can do some exercises for my shoulder though, and it gets a little bit better. But as soon as it gets a little bit better, I get so slack with it, and it's just like comes back within probably 4 or 5 days. Yeah, you can kind of work on it. Yeah, fair enough. I totally understand that. Mine's really random. I used to go to the gym a lot, and I used to be in better shape. And one day I hurt this shoulder, so I took a big like, not break, but like I took a big rest from like any shoulder work. And then I had really bad problems in one shoulder, the one that it hurt. And then just randomly, now the other shoulder hurts. No idea. I just gotta make sure when I sleep, I don't end up putting my arm under my pillow. If I do that, game over. My arm's pretty much dead for most of the next day. I really feel like this is such a like boomer conversation right now. Back in my day, we played games that were two-dimensional and we could walk without pain. Yeah, literally. Our controllers had 2 buttons. If you needed more, too bad. Complications from diabetes? That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm just gonna assume type 1, like if you had it for a long time. Do. Didn't manage it very well. Now you suffer the consequences. I'm gonna tell you a little horror story. My dad's partner is a type 2 diabetic. Now, I don't think everything's 1 for 1, but she would just like sit on the couch and watch Oprah Winfrey and Dr. Phil, and she would just like chug Pepsi. Just like 3 or 4 liters a day. Pepsi, Mountain Dew, she would eat just trash. Absolute garbage. Captain! Man, it's been a while. It's good to see you, man. Very good to see you. Glad you're making it in. I'm telling a really shitty story, though. Anyways, she literally morbidly obese. And about a year ago, my dad had to like call the police to come out because she was like unresponsive, but she was like still conscious enough to like get angry that my dad was going to call an ambulance. And then the police got there and they were just like, look, she's not of sound mind, so we're going to make the call for her on her behalf. And they called an ambulance, rushed her off to hospital, ended up rushing her to the next major city because they live out in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, they ended up having to take her leg. One of her legs just absolutely cocked out. She's very lucky she survived. And all of this happened because she stopped taking her medication. Very preventable, at least from it going that far. And it's made my dad's life very difficult, unfortunately, for something that could have been completely prevented. And my dad, at the exact same time, has lung cancer, so he's been going through chemo and radiation and all this sort of stuff. So I feel for him, and I've like, you know, if he needs me to like jump on a plane tomorrow for anything major, I can. But yeah, pretty unfortunate situation. I don't know what it is, but my parents have hit that age where now all of a sudden you kind of have to look after them a bit. And because I'm in Australia, it's like always mental and emotional help because I can't be there. So it's different. Oh, look, no. This was not meant to be a sad story about me. This was just kind of like an informative discussion for us people who are getting to that age where we need to have these discussions. You know? Diabetic people can go feral if they don't manage it. Luckily, you've never had that happen, though. It can affect mental health, and it's probably... Yeah, I think it's probably been a bit of a slippery slope. I don't know if she just, like, didn't take the medication randomly for a few days, because I know a lot of people who are on daily medications can, like, accidentally miss 2 or 3 days, and, like, sometimes that's all it takes, and you start thinking differently, you start feeling differently. Power of attorney set up with her parents. Yeah, probably should. I tried to have a conversation with my dad about his will, not because I want anything, but just because I want him to have it sorted, and I don't have to like deal with anything that could have been dealt with. My wheel's easy. My wheel's already fucking done. Well, mostly done. Mine's pretty cut and dry. Just pay everything off and then give it to the missus. Yeah, I think the UK and Australia have a lot of similar things, a lot of crossover with that stuff. I know they're banning the social media and the YouTube here as well. I think it's happening in the UK as well. So like if you're under 16, you're not going to be allowed to use any of that stuff anymore. Which is wild for YouTube, because I feel like YouTube has the potential to do a lot of good. Oh, let's manage our health a little bit here. Let's get Gordon to pop some heals. Oh, that's a good heal. I didn't know if it was going to be that good. A lot of the sites you gotta age verify to use now, even certain subreddits, Spotify, not sure about YouTube yet. Yeah, okay. Honestly, I'll probably won't even notice it because I'm old. You know what I mean? When you sign up for something new and you gotta like scroll more than a couple of times to find your year, and you're just like, shit, fuck, how far back do I have to go? Upload ID to play GTA 6 when it comes out. I mean, the internet has been anonymity for so long. It's gonna be so weird when that changes. And I think that's a big part of it, is like, they're trying to take away that anonymity to, probably make people understand there's actually consequences for the way they behave online. Which it'll be interesting. If tomorrow GTA 6 came out and they said, you need an ID to prove you're 17 or 18, whatever country you're from. I think it's 17 in the States and it would be 18 here. If they said you need an ID to play this and I was sitting there, just put it in. It doesn't bother me. To protect the kids. Yeah, I don't think it's to protect the kids. I think that is how they frame it, but I think it's just so people are just easier to track down if you need to. Yeah, and that's how I feel too. I don't love it, but I got nothing to hide. Man, some of the sprites in this game look so cool. Some of them are really good in the last game as well, so it's cool to see that they've got some new ones that look good. Why is he sitting at the back? How long has he been at the back? And I've not realized. Captain, having only played Final Fantasy 1 and 2, I'm enjoying this, and it's going smoother than 1, but I feel like it's because I understand some of the systems where I didn't understand them in 1. John can attest. I died several times right away in the game because I didn't know how to save the game. I'm enjoying it. It's definitely if you're the type of person that just wants to experience it and you want to play through it one time, try and find a remaster. It is a little bit painful. I watched somebody play a remaster of this game, and they were running at about 4 times the speed I'm running at, and all the menu systems were instantaneously swapping. Like, it was so much quicker. Hardest possible version. That's fun. I love to hear that. I won't play 3 on the NES though, because I couldn't get the translation pack to work. And I was like, that's enough of a sign to just move on. We'll play 3 on the Pixel Remaster. Yeah, it is awful menus and quality of life is awful. This item, the item menu in this game is the worst I've seen in any game. Oh, look, look. As soon as I said it, I thought of like the old Diablo inventory system is pretty dreadful as well. Some people like it. I really need to move Theo to the front of the party. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm getting so distracted. But I will say this. Having played through the first one with all of the issues with quality of life, when I rolled this one and it came up, I was super excited. Actually, we went that way last time. I was super excited that I was about to jump into the second one. Took a while for this guy to come out. We might do a route. Actually, did the blind work on him last time? Remember the PSP version of FS1, you could mess with the item values and the equipment screen to give you guys the best equipment immediately. You just had to press like 2 buttons at the same time. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna handle 3 yet, because it's gonna be such a huge gap before the Super Nintendo. I feel like 3 is gonna be a very long time away, unfortunately. Deep in thought, I'm setting all these things up wrong. Oh, actually, we'll chuck a ruse. The ice is upgraded and it's significantly stronger now, which is awesome. It is interesting how they've handled the spell system in this, and it just progressively gets stronger over time. You got Gordon down there, just wet noodling. I was gonna ask you as well, John. Actually, any of you guys that have played Final Fantasy might know how. So, if I were to play Final Fantasy IV on the Super Nintendo, which one is that? Is that like I want to play all of them, including the Japanese ones. So I don't want to accidentally miss it, because I know I can do 1, 2, 3, and then there's something weird that happens where some of them don't come out in certain regions. I think 3 was the only one that came out in the West as 6. Okay. Yeah, man, if you don't mind, if you know a little bit more, or like even if you, it's up to you, you don't have to look into it, I can. But I want to understand it well enough, because if I skip over one, I'm going to be upset. But we do have some other RPGs coming up. We'll have the Dragon Warrior series. We'll have something on the Sega Genesis as well. I think it's Phantasy Star. I don't remember if the Sega Genesis has a lot of RPGs though. I don't feel like it did. And then it's just gonna be absolute RPG central when we get to the Super Nintendo. Oh, Captain's got... so Final Fantasy IV is USA's FF2, and Japan's Final Fantasy IV is USA's FF2, and Japan's Final Fantasy VI is USA's FF3. Okay, so Japan's 4 is going to be Final Fantasy 2 on the Super Nintendo? Phantasy Star series is good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It is so confusing. Aware something. Silver Axe. Well, this is a good room, but I don't know that anybody... Here's my question. So if I've got this where it looks like a mallet or something, I don't know what that is. If I've got this where thing, is it even remotely worth my time switching out my sword for that? Or is it gonna take me like 2 hours to level it? You know what I mean? USA didn't get FF2, 3, or 5 officially. Yeah, you can post a link to it, I don't care. So if I boot up my Super Nintendo, I kind of like, I want to know which Final Fantasy I'm gonna be playing. Oh, that's... Final Fantasy 2 is Final Fantasy 4. So I would go 1, 2, 3, 2, and then 5 doesn't exist? So I'd have to play the Japanese 5, and I could play Final Fantasy 3 as 6. That is... Nobody still calls Final Fantasy 6 Final Fantasy 3. Okay. That does make it a little bit more clear. It does make it a little bit more clear. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And Final Fantasy 2 in the States is on Super Nintendo. Probably should heal Theo, just in case. So after 7, everything just is like universally the same thing. I might have to redo my Super Nintendo list a little bit, because I think I've got 3. I think I've got 3 on there. I was also considering switching out a game on the NES list for the first time. I was thinking of getting rid of one of the Mega Man games. I've got 3 on the list. Yep, and everyone agrees Final Fantasy XI is the best one. I mean, look. I feel like you're trying to stir some shit. Because I feel like every time I ask anybody about anything, that one doesn't get brought up. Funny though. Very funny. Ah, you got me all confused. Let's chuck a cure down here. Starts flame war. I mean, I don't know Final Fantasy, like, fandom very well. But if I was going to relate it to something I probably do understand, it sounds like if you were to say that Star Wars Episode 8 and 9 are the pinnacle of the movie franchise. I feel like that would be the equivalent of what you said. Did have a huge cult following. It wasn't a bad game, just had to be there. Okay. Oh, it was an MMO. Wasn't there another MMO? 14's an MMO, right? Do I even... I don't know if I have that one. I don't think I have 11. Maybe I do. Yeah, 14. So it's still online? Like the PS2 Final Fantasy XI is still online? Oh, Xbox 360. Okay. Alright, Gordon. Do your thing. I don't know if I'm even close to the end of this dungeon, but I do know this stream won't go on for much longer. PS2 with the modem attachment and keyboard. Wow. I always thought to myself back in the day, I was always like, consoles do console gaming, and PCs do PC gaming, and it wasn't quite a very good crossover just yet. But that definitely happened in the next gen, like PS3 and Xbox 360 and PC. I feel like everything just kind of started to work really well. Played Phantasy Star Online. Yeah, if Xbox never did... If Xbox doesn't have any other legacy than Xbox Live and how accessible they made online gaming, that's good enough. Obviously it would have happened eventually, but it may have taken a slightly different path. You've got a chest. You found a gold... I think that's a chess piece. Suddenly, monsters appeared. Alright, so we got a mine. Let's try... Well... We'll try fire, but I'm skeptical as to whether or not that's going to work. And we'll try lightning on it as well. Oh, it did 80 damage. That's pretty good. 66 damage for lightning. I think I want to do physical attacks. I could be wrong, but I died against these guys once, and I can't remember what exactly was the cause of it. I'll try ice as well. I do want to say, I have an Xbox Series X. I have a PlayStation 5. I do not care when the next generation comes out. I just have no desire to take the next step. Oh, this looks like the way to go. Yeah, I mean, it's partially buying the hardware, but for me, like, I used to always be like, this is my entertainment. I'll just spend this money, and like for the next, you know, 6, 7, 8 years, it makes sense. But you would get upgrades and things would improve in like ways that were substantially noticeable. And now I don't care how good graphics look. They look as good as they need to look. And I don't see the next big change. If you guys can understand that, I don't feel like there's anything on the horizon that I go, yep, this is gonna be the next big thing. Whereas like internet gaming was such a big thing at the time. And improving that was such a big deal. And I feel like we've done that. I totally understand where you're coming from, John. I really do. I like both. I like to jump back and I like to play modern games and old games. I like to mix it all up. But they look as good as they look as good as they need to look. The biggest thing for the Xbox One to Xbox Series X for me, because I'm a little bit more of an Xbox person, was the frame rate improvement. That was why I was like, yeah, I'm ready to make that jump. Let's see. But if we can get to 60 FPS on consoles pretty consistently, that's pretty good. If you have Final Fantasy III Remake Part 3, oh, this looks like the way to go, so I'm just gonna double back a little bit here. I'm pretty sure this is just gonna be an empty room. I was really excited for the Switch 2 because the Switch 1 was desperately in need of an upgrade. And they've done really well with like improving a lot of the Switch 1 games on the Switch 2. So I was really excited for that. And I didn't explore the Switch 1 very much. So for me, I was kind of using this as an opportunity to be like, now I've got the Switch 2 and I can dive into the Switch 1 games I missed or ignored. And I can look forward to the Switch 2 games. And I'm not gonna lie, once I finish Mario Kart World, I will be getting Donkey Kong Bonanza. No, John, you totally, that is totally viable. The Switch 1 was a little bit too underpowered. Especially later in its life. Alright, I feel like this is... Oh, we got some were-rats. Do. That 2D Terminator game, the Terminator 2, the 2D one, I don't know how many times I gotta say 2, but that looks cool. I will be getting that. Shooters felt awful on it. Oh, sorry, I missed the other one. Not only that, but also, like, ain't built for Borderlands 2. Yep, agreed. It's just not. Who's... Yeah, these rats are awesome. Not quite as cool. Not quite as cool as the one in Super Mario Bros. 2, but very cool. I'm really excited for Borderlands 4. I really am. I don't care if the story is, like, not very good. Just the play style of that game is so fun, and it's just got so much longevity. I will be getting it probably on Xbox. Maybe PC, but probably on Xbox. Borderlands 3 was my, like, post-separation game that, like, I just got hooked into. Absolutely, there's a character called Mose in it that you can play as, and it was the most fun I've ever had playing a Borderlands game. Bro, that changed the whole, like, once you get to, like, level late 30s, early 40s, and she just becomes, like, a splash damage, grenade hawking, just monster, it is insane. It is so much fun. We found a pan. Mose and Zane. I don't know if I even know what Zane does, to be honest. I was so hooked into Mose. And it took a while. It took a while before I got really hooked into her. I remember I played as some other character first that had, like, a pet, and it didn't quite vibe with me. But that's only like a month away. That's actually just attack. No. There you go. Black. That's the one I didn't like. Just felt like, with how much you move in that game, having a pet was a hindrance. And every time I wanted to loot something, it got in the way. It's a fun idea. It's a fun idea. But I feel like it just didn't quite work. Oh, how are we doing for health? Yeah, we'll do a heal. Let me take a really quick break, guys. And then I'm just gonna push through a little bit longer and try and get this done. I will be back in just a couple of minutes. If I can find my mouse. There it is. Alright, we are back. Let's keep trucking through this one. I want to get this done tonight. 2 turtles. I don't feel like we need to. That's the hard thing, is like she's worthless if I don't do something. Only because these guys don't seem to to be bothered by physical attacks very much. Captain, did you see the poster on the wall? I'd love to get your feedback on it. I've gotten such good feedback so far. I need more. It's my favorite. I was saying to John, and I was saying to, oh man, I totally saint that this is the best. Chuck a 0 damage attack for some weapon XP. It's the best addition to the room. I love it. It looks weird in person, but it looks great on the stream. I will just chuck 1 cure on this guy. We're getting strong enough now to deal with these turtles a little bit more effectively. I think the next level of ice was what put us over the edge. Ooh, what's this? Someone got an okay hit on us. Yeah, I haven't looked at anything Borderlands 4 related yet. I honestly don't know what to expect. The only Borderlands I really didn't like was the pre-sequel. I didn't like the way they handled the oxygen system in that game. I thought it was just bad. Monster guarding the torch, Red Soul. So I'm gonna assume he's fire. But he does ice damage? Okay. So he's not fire. I know one thing about the game it won't say and what's you want to complete. No, you can say something. It's more visual. I haven't seen anything, so yeah, the humor didn't hit. Honestly, Borderlands 2 was just such a good story. It really was well done. There were some funny bits in Borderlands 3 as well. Alright, so we're gonna mix this up. If he does ice damage, we're gonna try fire. We'll throw. Wait a second. We'll do a. Honestly, we'll do a cure. And then we'll do a lightning. See if one of these does well. And do another cure on him. I did play Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and I quite enjoyed it. All I know is it's non-linear. I heard that. And that's quite interesting, because I felt like that was very... 1 and 2 are kind of open world-ish / linear. Like, you can still, like, explore a wide area, but, like, you have to do it in a certain way. So it was like open world linear-ish. I don't mind that it's open world, as long as it's done well. As long as there's stuff to do between each spot, not just killing stuff. I didn't even see what hit. I was busy talking. Magic. We really need to get some heals off here. I'm gonna try this lightning again. No endgame in Wonderlands. Yeah, I didn't get very far. I think I got to level 18 or so. Oh. Okay, so no physical attacks. Yeah, the guns will probably be great. They always are. Getting into a rough spot here. He's gonna definitely kill somebody now. Interested to get more characters to see expanded skill trees like in 3, yeah. What is going on here? Because my magic is healing him. Wait a second. There's no way I'm gonna get out of this here. Can't run. Can't run. Shit. We'll try and put him to sleep. Oh, now it hits him. I need to pay more attention to these important fights. No damage. I think we might be able to just, like, outlast. Oh, not if he does that shit. It feels like he's a boss. He was right before the final chest, so I would say he probably is. Come on. Do. Would have done this differently had I paid a bit more attention. This looks like now it's just like a pure buffing fight and like defensive fight for magic. Love a haste or like a fast spell. That would have been great. Ooh, 1 damage. We might be here for a while. I remember in the first game there was a couple of fights that were like 20-25 minutes long. And they weren't even boss fights. Just bad spawns out in the world. $16 damage. 15 damage. Yeah, I feel like I can grind it out. I feel like I might be able to out-heal it and just keep it going. As long as he doesn't get a big nasty crit, we should be sweet. And I don't think he will. Ooh, that was a good hit. Oh, that was a shit heal. Do it again. Do it better. Ooh, there you go. The worst thing would be to walk away from this dying and losing an hour and 40 minutes of progress, roughly. I do have potions. I think each of them has one. Oh, no! That's too big. Oh, that's good. 51. Yeah, it is getting low, isn't it? Get away from me. Come on, big hits. Big hits. Damn it. Holy crap, this guy sucks. There we go. There we go. I wish I had a revive. He had 540. Really? Jesus, no wonder it took so long. Yeah, I think these two are just permanently dead, unfortunately. Oh, no. He's got a life. We want to bring her back. There we go. And we'll use all of her stuff. She can bring this dude back. I don't know if there's another boss fight in here, but we're gonna act like there might be, just in case. I doubt it, though. That felt very end of the dungeon. We're gonna use Gordon for a couple of heals. Do. Alright, so we're about to pick an item up. Can I just trash an eye drop? Yeah. Oh, thank God. I thought it was about to be a boss. Oh, I think there's an inventory limit. Yeah, there is an inventory limit. Yeah. Because I've had to switch out items when I've randomly picked stuff up in the world. and leave things behind, unfortunately. Oh, man. Tell me about it. Not only is it unorganized, there's only so much you can carry. You found torch. Now, we'll try and leave, but we tried to leave one of them and it was blocked. Nah, we're good. All right. Beautiful. Now, with this torch, we're gonna want to go get that fire. Oh, this isn't how the game works. Wait. Is the torch already on fire? We're gonna have to assume so. Because I thought we were just gonna walk up to... Oh, the sun blaze is burning. Torch. Moved the fire from the sun blaze to the torch. Oh, damn! They're getting Sid. My hunch tells me to go all the way back to the princess. Just chat to them in this. Oh, you talking about the chocobo? Yeah, you can like talk to them, but they don't really respond to anything. But you have to like initiate the conversation in order for them to spawn in the world so you can ride it. My hunch tells me to go to Altea. Because that is where the princess is. Do we want to go this way? Yeah. Oh, man. I've done a little bit of backtracking in this one. Not as bad as one, though. The first one, I made some really awful mistakes. I probably wasted 8 hours in that playthrough that I didn't have to waste. It is what it is. Yeah. You get that on the big jobs. Alright, we'll go to the inn here. We'll talk to the princess, and whether she gives us the right information or not, it's obviously the end of the stream, unfortunately, so it is what it is. Oh, she's down here. Alright, she's not in here anymore. My guess is Dad has died, and she's in here. She's not in here. Okay. Hilda was feeling sorry about putting you on difficult missions. She took the airship, thinking she could meet you at Cashian. Have you seen my torch? So that means she's currently getting Save My Daughter. Have you seen my torch? No. Okay. Alright. Yeah, man, appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Makes the stream go so quick when people are in and chatting and all that sort of stuff. I enjoy it either way, though. Honestly, I just love playing video games. That's why I'm doing it. Of course. Of course. You reckon we can run? Yeah, I was hoping to just get away from him. Doesn't look like it. Oh man, the running at the beginning of the game was shockingly bad. There was so many fights where I got no experience because at the end, you'd kill a couple and at the end a couple would run. And I was just like, are you kidding me with this bullshit? Alright, sweet. We made some epic progress on this one. Getting Cashian Castle done was fantastic. Yeah, very good progress. What is it? Thursday? I don't know when I'm gonna be on next. Probably not till Sunday my time, Saturday your time, but I'll play then. Obviously, it's the weekend. People got their own shit going on, though. But, yeah, I'll do 3 hours then. And, I'm not sure if I'll stream between now and then. We'll see if I've got time. But, yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out, and I will try and catch your stream whenever you're back on, man. And, take it easy.